So good evening. It is saying we are live. I'm just waiting for the lag of YouTube to catch up so I can mute that and keep an eye on both. There we go. Caught it very quick. And I think we lost somebody on the wait. Maybe they thought I gave up. Anyway, I wanted to show the people while we're kind of waiting for some people perhaps to filter in the finished Wolverine sketch cover that I had started today. If you didn't see me working on this earlier today, go one video back and you will see me do everything on it. I added a few little lines here and there, tweaked a few things, and filled in the blacks. Now, also added Wolverine's hairy shoulder over here on the side.
Well,
hey, Ryan
O'Connor's here. He says hello, and Drew is saying, get to work.
Hey, Drew. Drew's over there on... I saw Drew was cooking. I mean, literally cooking. And he was cooking today with his art.
So not like The Rock. He was just...
Yeah. Yeah, he's cooking. What you cooking, Drew?
We can smell it.
He's going to make me hungry. That's what's going to happen. But anyway, I initially, when I started this, I just had it like this. This is my rough that I did the other day. Hey, how you doing, Tater? But when I opened up the book, I noticed, room for the other side of the shoulder, not a ton of extra work. Why not throw it in and give the guy a little surprise? Now, I know the person's going to have this slabbed, but still, it'll be a wraparound. So it'll be, it'll be displayed like this. But it really, I think, it looks good this way. But I just really like it when you get that little surprise when you open it up.
Looks great. Mastodon Zen, he says that is awesome work. He's a little annoyed that it's that good.
I could sell it to you. No, actually, I can't. In fact, I am going to put it back in its bag. I still need to sign it. I don't know if I'm going to do the splatter that I talked about because I don't know if it needs it. Before I had the blacks filled in, can you hear me okay, Ron?
Yes, sir.
Before I had the blacks filled in, it was looking a little real sterile and maybe I should add some splatter. But I'm beginning to think, you know what? It is clean. It's still a very clean cover sketch. But once the blacks got filled in, it just solidified it. And I think it makes for a nice presentation. So I don't think there's a reason to really do anything but put my signature on it and call that one done.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, now Drew says, and this is killing me here. He's having beef patties and rice with pineapple salsa, and I think the salsa right there, he sold me on it. The pineapple salsa.
Ooh,
that sounds great.
Sounds sweet.
And so now I'm looking at my chicken Caesar salad and thinking I suck.
Well, you could have some pineapple chunks in that.
Right? No, I can't. Drew can. He is. Delregard Lloyd. He says
we can just call him Lloyd, by the way.
Oh, thank Lord.
Yeah, I know. The first name is the tough one.
So did you figure out, was it going to be Delagarde?
I would say
can he phonically spell it for us?
I believe Delagarde.
I would like to say Delagarde so I can pretend I'm on The Sopranos. It's a Delagarde in the room.
I thought Delagarde was kind of French or something.
Oh, we'll figure out an accent for whatever it is.
But Lloyd Delagarde.
Delagard.
A vowel. Huh?
Delegerd.
Delegerd. Oh, okay. So silent E. I have no idea what that would be. Beef patties and rice. Beef patties and rice with some gravy would just be good.
I could do without the gravy, but some rice, some legit carbs right now.
And Lloyd says, that's how it sounds like. Well, that's like my name, Beatty, not Beatty, not Beatty. You know, somebody had mentioned that today. I think it was Kevin or somebody that said, had I not been streaming, they would have continued to pronounce my name Beatty, which I still get at conventions. People still come up and Mr. Beatty, Mr. whatever, and I just politely say, it's Beatty. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm saying, it's cool, man. I'm used to it.
Mark Deering's in.
Hello, Mark.
Applauding your work. Now, are you streaming tomorrow with Drew?
Actually, tomorrow night, you're going to love this, Ron. 10 p.m. I think I'm going to be on the Comics Core. I think they have a live YouTube that they do every Friday night.
Okay.
But it starts at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, boy.
So you know who's going to be home taking a little snooze.
Me.
Before they come back down to the office to go live.
Oh, God, that's rough.
Because, you know, usually by 10 o'clock, I'm lights out to the world.
No doubt. So they're going to get all the abbreviated stories.
Well, depends on how beat up I get tonight.
Mm-mm. So what are you doing tonight?
I'm doing 6x8, $30 first class shipping, unless if somebody wants to pay for the USPS, that would be a $10 additional because it costs me $8 to $9, and with my packaging, it just kind of covers it. Mm-hmm. So, and they're going to be quicker because they're like half price. So no time for washes or splatter or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
are you going?
I was going to say, this is, you haven't seen this, Ron. This is what I was getting. Remember when I told you I went to Home Depot and got a piece of board? Yeah. So this is the one the guy was like, I don't want to lose my job if I cut it. So you see how nice, flat, clean. Smooth, yeah. But it's really just a perfectly sized 19 by 29 and a half that lays over this, which gives me my target zone where to keep the art. And, you know, I have my splatter effect. I see we have 11 people, it looks like. So I don't know, you know, if somebody is wanting a drawing or wanting me to do something first to kind of give an example. But that's fine too, because I can do that.
All right. And so if there's anyone out there wanting a sketch, let's hear it.
I'm going to go. Huh?
Is the dibs rule in effect? You're gonna just start doing some art until someone calls dibs on it?
Yeah, that's a definite possibility. Would you like to explain dibs for those that don't know?
Well, I doubt there's anyone that doesn't know, but for those that do not know, it is dibs.
Well, but I mean,
dibs,
you know, I didn't even know what it was when it was going on my own stream.
Yes. They just call dibs, and then it's theirs. So if you get going on a Captain America or a Carnage or a Spidey, and someone's like, I like that form, they call dibs, it's theirs.
And then they just hit me with the PayPal, and I have put some instructions in the description below the YouTube. Lloyd, you're probably not seeing them if you can get to YouTube.
Now, there is a question on your description, and this comes from Noah. He wants to know, what is the deal on the bigger, better sketch?
So he found the little thing.
The fine print.
Right. The bigger, the bigger, better sketch would not be tonight. However, you could get your place in line depending upon what you want. If you've seen my pricing, which I've posted, I'm gonna be offering 9x12 headshots for I'll do what I did on the 12th, 9x12 for $100 US. That basically it's $80 for the head sketch on a 9x12 board and $20 to cover USPS priority shipping. To Canada, it would be 25. So this is where it does get into outside of the US, 25, and international beyond that is 30. So 80 would be the base price. So Noah was smart. He read down and asked about it. So those of you in the room benefit from him looking at all my little periods to go down and ask.
Well, Delegard, he can hit likes, but he can't post comments from a game console.
Oh, is that what you're on?
What platform are you using? I'm betting he's a PS4.
You know, I think that's whatever PS, that'll be Jacob's next Christmas. He'll have the Switch. He's got the Xbox this year and probably a PS4 or whatever PlayStation comes up with next year.
Oh, they got that new one coming out.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's on the Xbox One.
Xbox One. That's what I got my son for Christmas, was a Xbox One, 1 terabyte. Xbox One X.
Mm-hmm.
TB for terabyte, or 1 TB.
Well, John.
Yes.
You want to do a Sergeant Rock for Noah?
Boy, that's a tough one, but I'm thinking Sergeant Rock has always been one of my, no pun intended, Bane characters.
Well, if his alternate is Iron Man, then what say you? Because I know you love some bucket heads. Everybody make your alternate character Iron Man. C. Woodard 19. Hey yo.
Hey C. Woodard, how you doing? By the way, while I got y'all here, be sure to like the video. Hey, I know it's just started, but don't forget to do that. That helps me out. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, listen, I am still only 6 subscribers away from 400. And at 400, that means I'm going to do another sketch cover giveaway, or I'll do a 9x12 drawing of maybe somebody even mentioned Captain America should be my next logical choice. And I think, Ron, I have some Captain America sketch covers. So
you do.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was leaning towards doing anyway. So
that last one was nice.
The one Mike Cross one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, he got a good one.
Yeah, it was. So we got another Mike in the room. Poor Mike. He says hello to everyone.
Hello, poor Mike. How you doing? Okay, so boy. Sergeant Rock. Well, Noah put the screws to my thumb. Tell you what. Let me Google up some reference because I definitely need Sergeant Rock reference. I will get started on that. And if I feel that it's coming out to my liking. Now remember, Noah, these are not the full-blown ones that I've been doing. You know, they're going to be a little more simple because of the price. And there's a nice Joe Kubert Sergeant Rock. Let me blow up on that.
Well, Don says you can do it. He has faith. I'm assuming Don is Mastodon.
Yes, that is Mastodon.
All right. So out of all the audience tonight, how many of you guys are artists? Are you here to see inking, art in general, just fans of comics?
They're here to see me crumble.
Are you here to see John weep?
All right. Let me see here.
Well, Noah understands the difficulties. He would just love to get his favorite character drawn by the legend.
Well, thank you, Noah. We'll attempt it. And it'll be a good warm up for me. And we'll see how it comes out. All right.
So while you're sketching that up, what's your plans for your next public appearance conventions?
Next weekend, the Fayetteville, Arkansas show.
You're gonna have to pack a jacket.
Yeah, I probably will. The Texas show that I love so much, I saw that the promoter had posted. It looks like he might be giving up his show, not because it wasn't successful, but maybe because it was too successful, and it was getting kind of hard for him to. He was doing actually 2 shows a year, so he's definitely not doing the fall one, and he doesn't know if he'll be back. I was sad to see that. That was on Facebook. Mm-hmm. So,
well, it's 35 up there. Feels like 27 per Google.
Where's that?
Fayetteville, Arkansas.
For next week?
No, right now.
Okay.
Next 10 days for
snow.
Oh, yeah, that looks awful. All right. So
don't say that. Does it look like snow?
What are you looking at? The 21st, 22nd?
No, 28th.
Okay.
I'll fly up.
50 is the high, 29 low on Friday, 52 and 32 on Saturday. So, I mean, what do we have today? 80?
Yeah.
So, well, yeah. Don is a long time comic book fan, but he calls himself an occasional hack artist.
All right.
Nothing is wrong with that. Helps take your mind off of life and the stresses and stuff.
It can.
Mm-hmm. What kind of art, Don, do you like doing?
Hey, do I know that do I know if Noah has $30 to PayPal me if it's just kidding, Noah.
Oh, he's good for it.
Yeah, just kidding. I know he wouldn't have asked if he didn't.
Mm-hmm. He just wanted to see it done.
Yeah. That's all right. I have a friend here in town that's I actually did a Sergeant Rock for, and finally, after years of, I told this story just a mere few weeks ago about my friend that, and I actually started it in the Daytona airport because I was sitting there waiting on a flight and didn't have anything better to do. So I was like, let me try again. And it turned out to be a winner. I sent it to him when I had it kind of penciled and hadn't started inking it yet, and he got all excited. And I said, "Calm down. It could still go haywire here."
Mm-hmm.
But
didn't it?
No, it turned out okay. So what were you going to say?
Oh, Noah thinks you're off to a great start. He says many artists confuse Fury Stripes with the Rocks.
Well, like I said, I got some Kubert reference out here, so I'm not going to confuse that.
No, don't think you will. Yeah, and he said he's got you. So Ryan said that he's doing scenic designs for community theater from time to time.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor Mike. Mike, he has a ton of respect for anyone who take their thoughts and can put it to paper. So he's
thank you.
Done. Besides Don and Ryan, I'm sure we got some more artists in the room.
Yeah, I actually because AG was in and Lloyd was in. Trying to think who else. But I mentioned, maybe doing some book stuff since it seemed like people were kind of interested in, when Drew pulled out books and when we were talking about books, and I asked him, would that be something you'd be interested in? Is kind of like book reviews and, books we would recommend. And that seemed to be a very positive topic.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't want to take this out of context. So I need Lloyd. He says you do, but won't drop names. So I need you to explain that for me.
Well, let me see. I have a ton of respect for anyone. Oh, he probably means I do know who was here, but won't drop names. I'm trying to remember. Lloyd. David was here. Genome. Formerly Rod Line. The usual gang. A little bit of ear here, and let's see. I always liked the way Kubert did this. Shadow. I think I need a little bit more chin here. And a little more more face. All right. Gonna get inking on it. Time to slap down some inks.
Mm-hmm. So when you are sketching, you're first following your reference and you're looking for what? Shapes, form, where your shadows are going to be placed.
Yeah, and with someone like Sergeant Rock, distinctive features of his face. Especially someone like a Sergeant Rock that, you know, he's not a typical superhero. So,
No, I have to admit, I never heard of him until I met Noah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Then
then
you had
he's got quite the collection
of Sergeant Rock.
Yeah. I've seen Noah post some arts of Sergeant Rock's.
A collection of sketches?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say I bought a bunch of old Sergeant Rocks off of Jim Ivey, guy in Orlando that had the cartoon museum. I used to love reading them and love looking at Kubert and Russ Heath artwork. They had a few other people that would draw war stories, but Kubert and Russ Heath were probably the tops.
Well, Noah says this is looking so good.
Well, thank you, Noah. Because my heart's pumping pea water about now.
Pumping pea water?
Yeah. You never heard that phrase?
No.
Like you're nervous, so you're pumping pea water and not blood. Like you're gonna piss your pants.
All right.
Jacob, if you heard Dad say that, don't repeat it, son.
Oh, Ryan says Russ Heath is incredibly underappreciated, he thinks.
Oh yeah. By the fans. Professionals love the guy. You know, it's one of those deals. Sad but true.
So back to Lloyd, he said it was someone new, but a well-known inker for Marvel.
I'm totally lost on that conversation.
But he is loving Kubert Sergeant Rock's run. He's got him as well. Noah never heard of a heart-pumping pea water before either. So I'm in good company.
Hey, y'all learned a new phrase tonight.
We are learning new phrases. Poor Mike, he says, man, how he has missed these live sketching shows. This is awesome.
Poor Mike. Who were you? But I don't remember the name Poor Mike. Maybe he was just a quiet one.
He found a voice. I like having him here. Joseph, he says, good evening, John.
How you doing, Joe?
So back down to the Russ Heath. Macedon, he also loves him. Noah met Russ a couple times. He and Sam Glanzman were two of the most fun creators he's ever met.
Yeah. Yeah, I met Sam a couple times up at Shelton's at before he had Heroes Con and when he had Heroes Con. I think he was from around that area. I could be wrong, but seemed like he was always up there.
Well, poor Mike said he is new. He found you from Metarog's channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I started following Metarog because he did something interesting. He actually he goes over like a bunch of giveaways and lets people know who's doing what and who's giving away what, and their channel IDs and stuff like that. So he's definitely sent some subscribers my way. So I subscribe back to return the favor, and would suggest you all might too. You can find some cool contests watching his streams.
Well, Ryan was thinking maybe Mike Cross had a bad time in Vegas, so now we have poor Mike.
I like that.
Metarog does a contest roundup, he calls it, weekly.
Yeah. Yep. I saw the one where he was pimping my contest, because I can't remember. I think I was asking new people where they'd heard about my stream, and I know at least quite a few, maybe half a dozen. That was where.
Well, Don says Metarog's one of the best dudes in the community. He's been here a long time. And then we got Kaz in the room. He says, howdy y'all.
Hey, Dr. Kaz. Dr. Kaz, did you see your pieces I did? Hopefully you did. This is a special case.
Yeah.
But thank you.
So Kaz says, yes, it was awesome. And he thanks you.
Well, I got to get those out to him, plus the bigger ones. So I got to get a day of wrapping. I got to get Mike Cross his winning sketch cover, which means going down and filling out a customs form.
You got to get a better intern.
I do.
Well, you could probably hold Kaz's till we see him in Charlotte. Are you going to come up to Heroes Con? Or was that in Atlanta? We saw him in Atlanta, wasn't it?
Yeah, and as far as I know, we will be at Dragon Con, but I don't want to.
Yep.
I don't know if Dr. Kaz wants me holding his art that long, and I don't know if I want to hold it that long, because you know how things are around here, Ron.
Mm-hmm. Now, Dragon Con, that one is in June?
I can't remember now.
I will look it up. Hey, he says, no rush, no worries. Bigger ones need more lines. So how's work going, Kaz? Staying busy? then Noah also is chiming in with more lines, which normally we're jokingly saying that it's when someone's getting a little close to overworking a piece, and we're like, yeah, more lines. In this case, Noah, you are going to get more lines because he is not done yet. Tater Shed coming to Dragon Con. That's Labor Day weekend, and yes, it is, Tater.
All right, that's right. September.
September.
And I also have the Cincinnati Comic Expo, which I think is the weekend after.
Noah. All right, so he's on this kick too here. So John, have you considered Infinity Con in Tallahassee? It's in June. Gerald just signed up for it.
Yes, that is actually. I have a friend, Louis, who has Infinity Con here in Kissimmee for 2 days. And that's a competing show in a sense, at least by name. And there's been I don't want to get into it, a little bit of bad blood, I think.
Okay.
Because people they get confused with the name, and my friend has went, he's had it. He's had the trademark on the name. He just hasn't enforced it yet.
Well,
and I told him, it's like, why bother?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to be a bad guy, John. I said, then why'd you do it? You're trying to protect your, you had the name first. It's like,
well, here's the thing. No one can come after him if they trademarked it. Let's say he's been using it for 10 years, but someone trademarked it this year.
right.
They go after him. They change your name. So he can be nice and let whoever use whatever names he wants. But he knows he's safe to continue with his name.
Yeah, but his main purpose for doing it is for exactly that, people confusing the two shows.
Okay.
So,
well, Tater is going to be up there. He goes to Dragon Con every year. So we'll be seeing him.
We'll be hanging with the Tater.
Hanging with taters. So Kaz says the new office is going great. He just ordered Dr. Kevin Kaz lettering on his front door, which is fantastic. C. Wood hits that Cincinnati convention. So Don is talking about C. Wood. He'll probably be able to see you there. And then Kaz wants to know, how many sketches are you doing tonight? Till his fingers go numb, Kaz. So this one is spoken for. Noah wanted to request this one, and then if anybody wants a piece, they put up their name that they're wanting. They set up the PayPal information to John. It's in the comments, and he goes for it. And if there's nothing, he is going to do his own piece that will be up for dibs. Dibs rules will apply.
And these are a little bit less
quicker.
Involved. Yeah. Well, I thought they were going to be quicker, but when Rock came up, kind of.
Yeah.
I hesitated at first because I knew it was. But you know what? It'll warm me up.
Yes, it will. So Kevin Stahl, he says
Hey,
he'll see you
Kevin.
at MegaCon. He's here.
Well, then he'll see you at MegaCon too.
Yes, he will.
Maybe. If you're at the table when he.
If I haven't wandered off.
Yeah.
Ooh, balloons. Get lost. Well, Tater says He's up for a Kirby style Hulk, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
All right. I will message him. Noah says that eye looks so Cubert.
Well, thank you. I'm trying my best. As I've told you before, Noah, this is this is a this is Sergeant Rock is definitely out of my comfort zone for noted reasons. But I thought I would at least give it a go, right?
Mm-hmm. So we are going to be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
What? No Monday?
Well, this is for MegaCon. You're talking about Dragon Con, right? Dragon Con's the one that goes on to Monday.
Yeah, which one were you talking about?
MegaCon.
MegaCon.
Orlando.
Oh, yeah. Yep, we'll be there all 4 days. Heading out sometime Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Although I think you probably made it later than what I had anticipated a bit. I don't know, because I know you did that JR experience.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know when that starts and when it ends. But it doesn't matter. You, sir, have the longer drive.
That is all right.
Now, were you planning on coming over to my house and then us driving over, or do you think you're gonna?
Too early to tell.
Okay.
Too early to tell. Hey, so Macedon says you'll see a lot of people from the YouTube community at MegaCon as well. There's quite a few going. David Genome, he's here. He says, can't stay long. He's fixing to hop into another stream. He just wanted to stop by and say hi and see what you're working on.
Well, a Sergeant Rock for the Hyper Tater.
No.
A Hyper Potato.
Yep. So poor Mike's out. He says, I have dinner with the family. I'll catch the replay. Take care, everyone. Looks great.
All right, Mike. Thank you. It's nice when people can stop in just for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's looking nice.
I hear you. I'm pretty good with it. Okay. I painted myself into a corner. I only say that because the ink is dry on the or wet on this side, and I kind of need to get over here.
Well, Kaz wants to know, do you have any preference for sketch? Like he's thinking a screaming Thor.
You know, I was almost going to do a screaming Thor for him
I remember.
on the other ones, but I figured I would keep them spider villains. Keep a theme going.
Well, Tater says he's got you hooked up. Payment sent.
Yep, I heard that come in. And I'm not sure if somebody else did also or not. I'll have to check, or if anybody can let me know.
I think so far you only had Noah and Tater.
Oh, did Noah go ahead and do the?
Oh, I don't know if he sent it, but so Kaz, have you been working on some art? On your downtime? So what ink did you fill into your pen?
Just whatever this. I got a box of these.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind them. They're not permanent. They're not waterproof, so, but they're convenient. And I've got a box of them.
So Noah, when you get this, don't weep over top of it. Your tears of joy, because the ink will run.
Exactly.
Well, some comic book hunter, he says your control is awesome to watch.
Well, thank you.
And here's the thing, if they've never seen your lines in real life, whatever they're seeing on the computer does no justice to your actual line work. But Kaz, he says more like he's been buying a lot of art than doing art.
And we appreciate the needed support, Dr. Kaz. Patron of the arts, just like Ron.
Well, 6 more subs to go. Dave Genome, he's going to be plugging your show tonight on the stream.
All right. Maybe we can get those 6 and contest number deuce will commence.
Got nice storm piece in Kavich. Now he retracted his message because he's probably trying to figure out how to spell Sienkiewicz. But while he is doing that, I think I am texting his ass. Scrolling.
Going, hey, let me see that thing.
Would give.
Maybe he's just jerking your chain.
Oh, he's jerking something. Wow. I had too many contacts, man.
It's funny. I hear the girls downstairs in the salon. I mean, I can't really hear them. I just hear like the ambient noise from them.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be chatting up a storm.
I think this was, hey Kaz, I think I didn't save the name correct. Were you a 404 area code? Don says, there it is. You got it.
Well, I got it about as close as I'm meant to get on a one-off. But I do appreciate the kind words, especially.
No, sorry, I was texting Kaz.
No, I know. I knew it had to be.
Still had that picture above it when we all were at dinner.
Oh, yeah.
So he's telling me 404 Atlanta. I don't know area codes, sir. I barely know my own. Some comic book hunter goes, you got his sub. He's giving you a couple thumbs up and he's saying, cool work.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Thumbs up back to you.
So that will put you close to 5 from doing another freebie.
That's right.
So how many robocalls do you get a day?
Me?
Yeah.
You know, I haven't had any in a while, but now that you've mentioned it, I'll probably start getting them.
It is hit and miss. It will be a ton of calls, and then it will go dead for a while.
Yep.
And they come back.
That's right.
So right now they're practically miming my own number, minus a couple digits. It's like, well, that's a dead giveaway. I'm not even going to answer that one.
If I don't know the number, I don't answer it. And if it is a recording of, whatever, then I still had a little wet ink here, but that's okay. I'm gonna fix that because I don't
Well, I
think
got a fantastic call yesterday.
yeah.
From the IRS police department who said there's illegal activity on my social security number, and I have to call
Really?
them now
That's
before
interesting.
there's legal action taken against me.
Yes. I did not know the IRS had a police department.
Yes. Oh, I like it. I'm so tempted to call them and mess with them. Of course, I'm gonna call from like somebody else's phone.
Yeah, don't use mine.
Oh,
there goes that thought.
well, there goes that plan.
You know, I was erasing this because I'm gonna do the black colored pencil underneath the eyes. I know it's a little extra added. I gotta find my black colored pencil first. I know I have a whole. Oh, that's red. I just found them, but I had one here. Let's see. I had one here that I was using. I was going to say I might need to find a sharpener, but there's one sitting right on the desk in front of me. Now that I can't find the pencil, or I was panicking about the sharpener. Now I can't find the pencil. I know it's around here somewhere.
Well, Jared's in. He says it must be Kirk's birthday.
Oh, hey, Jared.
And what Jared doesn't know is now Kirk's even replying and calling him Gerald. Way to go, John. Picking on my little beta brother. J-Rod, how's it going, man?
I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more before I erase it and go in with the black pencil and put the finishing little touches on that. Okay, so I'm gonna check real quick and
get a Hulk Kirby reference.
Is that what we have going next?
That is your next to go.
Okay.
Love you too, Jared.
Love you, Jared. Let me see here.
Probably working on some of that yard sale R, or he's out teaching people how to be better human beings.
Or both.
Or both at the same time. My mind is blown.
Okay.
Skits Comic. Hey, John, this is Michael Segenthaler. I knew you through Mr. Zablo back in 89-90.
Whew. I appreciate you stopping by. I gotta say, I don't recall back that far.
GLHG. He wants to know who loves Jared. And I want to know, GLHG, who doesn't love Jared?
Let's see. Okay, so Dr. Kaz, Screaming Thor, and Tater is
Kirby Hulk.
Yep. Okay, so that's the two I got on tap.
So Jared's playing some video games. What game you playing, Jared? Lloyd says, hey, Jared, no dad rap. Which Jared's telling him dad rap for life, son. Skits Comics says, he don't expect you to remember. It was a long time ago.
It was. That's 90. That's like 20 years ago.
Yeah, so Jared's playing City of Heroes, also known as Daytona, Florida, where John resides. He's all of our hero.
He's dripping with sarcasm, Mike. Hey, LJ. Everyone loves Jared. I guess that's LJ.
Now, I want to clarify that to everyone that we are not talking about the Subway one. All right. We are talking about the exclusive premier yard sale artist, Jared Albright. Yeah, I know.
Cuts like a knife.
Mark says, hey, everyone.
Well, hello, Mark. I want to get to that black crayon on it. Well, I calling it a crayon, but it's a pencil, so. I got the sugar-free. Of course, I know it's got. Actually, you know what? The low carb Monster energy drink has more carbs than the Ultimate Zero or whatever. Makes no sense, does it? You think the low carb? This one I'm drinking now is a black cherry. It's zero sugar. I think they call it black or whatever. It's black cherry, really good. And I know it's got bad stuff in it, which kind of makes me angry. And I was beginning to wonder, should I just get coffee since I'm getting caffeine and sugar? But then I got to thinking, no, I've been good on the coffee. And like I said, I think the coffee kind of leads me into that place I don't want to go. Although I've been going there, which is Sugarland and too many carbs. So still trying to just knock that coffee out, which I think, like I said, I think I've done it.
LJ says, hey, John, Pat's looking for another Augie Doggy.
Oh, Little John. How you doing, man? Little John, are you subscribed to my channel? If not, you could put me one person closer. Another Augie Doggy. I think one's my limit on that. One's my limit on Augie Doggy. Now that's the mystery man, LJ. I should have got that. Should have probably got that. Little John, you're going to Heroes Con.
I met him last year, Heroes.
Yeah, no, I think,
right?
I'm just doing the Jared joke. You know, where I always ask Jared, like, if he asks me if I'm going, I'm like, are you going? Not fond of that mouth.
Well, Ken wants to know if these are still available. So where we're at, Ken, is he just finished the Sergeant Rock for Noah. Tater's getting a piece done now. He has a Screaming Thor after this Kirby-style Hulk he's working on, but they are available. And if nobody chooses a character and sets John the payments, John's just going to do some art. He's going to make himself happy, and it'll be up for dibs.
What are you looking at?
Breaking news. No, I'm sorry. I got to interrupt you. Jared is going to Heroes Con. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we just cleared that up.
All right.
So you were going to say?
What was Ken looking to get?
I don't know. We're waiting for Ken to reply.
I know that's, but with that breaking news came in,
That was big. That was big.
that was I got to do it. That was huge.
It was huge.
It was huge.
Jared is going to be at Heroes Con, everybody. Okay.
Alert. Alert.
The yard sale artist. Not like those other imposters. David Turkin is here present. He says, good evening. Have the sketch requests reached a limit for tonight? Or is there still time to put in a request and payment? Question mark.
What time is it? Oh, 7:14. I would say there is still time.
What you looking for, David? Little John, got to get my 50th birthday shenanigans in at Heroes.
All right. Hey, wait. I thought we celebrated his 50th birthday last year.
As long as you keep telling everybody it's your 50th, you keep celebrating it. That's how this works.
That's, I was just going to say that. That would be a great gag to like every year. No, it wasn't last year. But somebody would be smart enough to get it on a phone.
Yeah.
And then play it back and say, well, I think you lied. No, I'm just getting old. I forgot.
Yeah, I momentarily meant Little John with Craig at that Heroes auction. I think we sat either right behind them or next to him or something. I don't know if he remembers that, but there was way too many drunk, loud people in that auction.
and your problem?
You could not hear the guy up on stage.
Who was the guy up on stage, Little John? Was it Shelton? No, I don't even think Shelton stays up that late. I think he starts the auction, but he's got to run the show the next day. So if he does, man, I'm impressed. I'm just waiting for Little John to come in with that answer. If indeed he is.
Nope, it was 49. Which is exactly what someone would say when they celebrated their 50th birthday last year, sir. Last year.
You have to say 49 if this year's your 50th.
So Ken is looking towards either maybe a Doc Ock or Vulture in the style that you did the Rhino. But Ken, the sketches he is doing tonight, he is trying to spend less time than he normally does because they are
discounted.
A little discounted, yeah. But we'll let him figure out which character he's looking for.
Well, that's if he wants a quicker sketch. And
they are quicker. And David says he would like to go with your choice favorite Spider-Man villain. So we'll discuss that a little later, but he's on the list. You, sir, have made the list.
Ron, are you keeping a little list there?
I'm keeping a list, sir. One of us got to be organized.
Well, I can't write with this hand and draw with this one.
You should write and draw with the same hand.
That would be great.
GLHG 49 for 3 years straight. And it was Trey at the auction. Little John said, oh, it was right behind him. That's right. There was a couple of other folks, but it was so loud.
The auction was sold out?
Yeah, that Heroes, there was so many drunk, loud people just talking over it. Uh, it was
I don't understand it.
Heroes Con, the auction.
There were no seats left, or
Well, there were
what do you,
seats. There was a lot of people standing. There was a lot of people drinking.
but what do you mean it was sold out?
So loud.
Oh, just you mean theoretically.
No. Loud. LOUD. People talking over the speakers and the auctioneer.
Oh, so loud. I thought you were saying sold out.
No, so loud.
It's your accent. It's your Mike. You know what? Mike Cross hasn't showed up since he won that sketch cover.
Yeah, one and done. That's all he needed. He's got the
No.
sketch out till 400.
Actually, I think he. I think he was in Monday, wasn't he?
Yeah. All right. So Adam is in the room. He wants to know, would it be possible to get on for a Red Skull sketch?
Yes, as long as he knows they're quicker, not as detailed as what I normally do. Although it's, they're not going to be as detailed. So.
David is glad to hear he made the list. He's excited to see which character you choose. He's sending his payment now.
And what was his choices again?
Spidey, villain, your call. Dealer's choice.
Oh man.
So we got a few to go, so you got time to think about it.
Mephisto. I don't think I'd ever do that to anyone unless he really was my favorite. And that was like, from long ago. And you know what? I'm pretty sure Mephisto is some people's favorite. I mean, they used him in the movie and very effectively, I thought. Do we know if Gerald is still here, or did he bail?
Don't know. He might be playing his video game with us in the background.
That's right. He was playing a video game. All right.
Yeah, Little John says this. They got louder on stage. The crowd would get louder. So we couldn't hear a damn thing. And we could not hear a damn thing.
Well, it works that way, right? I mean,
it was ridiculous. They need to get control on it.
If the crowd gets louder, the people up on stage have to get louder, even though they had microphones, right?
They did have some microphones and speakers, but
when you have a lot of people, it's going to definitely cause some loud sounds. Right?
No, I'm not going to agree with that. Well, some people are respectful and quiet, and they know how to behave in public.
Well,
if you want to talk, there was a lobby and halls and all of this. They asked them so many times, please quiet down.
They couldn't hear the bids, right?
We couldn't hear the description of the pieces. I got a couple and then I couldn't hear no more, so I just left. It wasn't worth it. I stuck around till that still freeze piece went up, and then I even then had to move real close so I could hear. And he did mean Mysterio, LJ. Little John says Mephisto wasn't in the movie; it was Mysterio.
Did I say Mephisto?
Yeah, I wanted to see who in the audience was listening. Distract us.
I
I
did.
didn't want to be that guy. Tater's loving the Hulk. Noah's liking the Red Skull choice of Adam. And just to let you know, Adam made number 6 for us.
All right.
Now, AG says, too bad Spidey never fought Invisible Man. You could just send him a blank sheet. Chameleon impersonating Invisible Man, blank sheet.
Well, that would be mean.
Oh, that'd be mean. That's like your snow story. Or Drew's snow story.
No, that was the burn thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was storytelling.
What's storytelling? So has anybody seen Birds of Prey? John, did you see it?
No. Bella and her friend went to see it, and they actually liked it.
All
but
right.
I think that's because
they
they don't
have any expectations going in.
And they don't know the real Birds of Prey.
Mm-hmm. How about any of you guys in the audience? Any of you guys go see it? Should we put out a disclaimer, spoiler warnings? I've not seen it. I'll wait till DVD or Redbox.
I don't even think I'll see it then. That's just me. But I just don't see a lot of things anyway, so.
Yeah, AG says he's got no interest in seeing it.
You know what? I think I would have had more interest in seeing it, and they did it, but they did it kind of late. If they would have just called it a Harlequin movie to begin with. You know, like Harlequin 2.
Yeah. GLHG says he's not seen it yet, but his friends have. They've all said it's good, but should have been named something else.
I think that's the consensus.
Yeah, I will definitely watch it, but Redbox, and then if it's spectacular, maybe I'll go buy the DVD.
Because imagine if they actually would have done like a Birds of Prey movie.
Some Barbara or Oracle.
Yeah, exactly. Like close to the comic book. I think they would have had a lot better.
Little John enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah,
but
but
Little John. No. So, what was the style of the movie? Did it remind you kind of like Suicide Squad, or was it something different? Could you discuss it a little for us? Why did you like it so much? Why did you enjoy the heck out of it?
Because it was funny. That's what Bella said. There were some good. Anxiously awaiting his answers. He must be typing a whole review.
I sure hope so. So Lloyd says he doesn't think he's going to see it. The TV show was better, Birds of Prey. So there was a TV show that was also a Birds of Prey then, John?
You know, I think there was, and I think it actually had Oracle.
Was that like a mid 2000? I think I remember hearing about that.
And I think it was on, what is it, the WB or whatever?
More than likely.
Wasn't that the Warner Brothers station?
Mm-hmm.
Which would, of course, make sense.
So Little John's one issue he had was that they should have named Cassandra Cain something else, as she wasn't the character. Little John says he thought it was better than Suicide Squad, and it moved like recent Harley Quinn comics from Palmiotti and Connor. Noah said the season version only lasted one season, and he does have the DVDs, but he's not seen it yet. And the movie could not have existed without the Deadpool films, though. Was that because of the R rating? It was the CW was the first Birds of Prey series.
Ah, okay.
So David's back. He said most people only know Harley Quinn. The average Marvel movie viewers have never heard of Thanos before. So what chance would an obscure group like Birds of Prey have for a general release film?
Well, that's why you got to get the characters known. People didn't know Thanos to start with either. The moviegoers, the comic people, of course, but I'm sure there are a lot of people that was their first exposure to Thanos. In fact, it was, you know, like I said, I didn't even know it was coming. I was just signing a lot, and finally I asked somebody, "Hey, I got a question. Signing a lot of these lately. What's the deal?"
Well, Little John adds on to it that the film worked as an intro into the Birds of Prey to the masses. The new title works better to let you know what it is. And that the R rating and the breaking of the fourth wall is why it was relevant, because of the previous Deadpool movies when he made that comment. So Tats Comics is in. He says, "Hi John. I found
Tat.
a lot of your work already in my collection. Do you ever come out to Oregon?"
You know, I haven't been out there yet, but I know they have Rose City Comic-Con. They used to have, and I don't know if they still do, Jet City Comic-Con. And I was this is when I got a valuable lesson from my wife. The people at Jet City probably 4 years ago, and I don't know if they're still around. They invited me out, but the convention was going to be on Halloween. It was going to run through Halloween. And having a young son, I thought, well, there's no way I'm going to be able to talk the wife into me leaving on Halloween. Because, not that it's a holiday, but it's something you do with your family.
He thinks Jet is done in Washington, and he only goes to Rose City in Portland.
Yeah, Zach told me good things about Rose City. He said it was a nice show. But no, long story short, I haven't been there. But so I think it was another convention. I turned down Jet City the guy invited me. He didn't have the dates yet. He said, I'll have them in like a week. I'll let you know. He came back to me and I didn't even ask. When it was Halloween, I told him, sorry, can't do it. And another show came in, Halloween. No, sorry. So was out to eat one night and I was discussing some upcoming shows. And I mentioned to my wife that I had turned down 2 shows. Had turned down 2 shows. And because they were on Halloween and that I felt I should be there for Jacob and for her so that I could enjoy Halloween with them. And she's like, no, you should go to the show and make money. So I totally had it wrong. So the next show that came my way that was on Halloween, I can't remember what it was right now, but I did it. And I was surprised that there were that many shows that were So I did get in touch with the Jet City guy, I think, first, and let him know that, hey, my wife said it was cool if you want to have me out. And he had already booked up the show by then, which does happen. Shows like to book as fast as they can so they can start advertising.
Yes. Well, to quickly get back to Little John on the movie, because he did give us some more insight. He doesn't see that the Warner Brother execs would have allowed the fourth wall breaking without seeing it work first in Deadpool. And he still thinks they should have had Thanos flying around in a helicopter, though.
Thanos flying around in the helicopter? Did I lose something?
I think he was just making a joke.
Oh, okay. Possibly. That could be Little J.
So Ryan sent you a message on Facebook. He wants you to check. He didn't feel.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'll get back to him. It should be okay, but I'll get back to him after this.
Well, Noah has a new commission idea. Mock Spidey Super Stories cover featuring Thanos in a helicopter.
Okay. Send that one to Jared.
Tat Comics says, I think he means Zek comes out and Randy E. Got to take my kids to the park. Have a good day. And that Hulk is looking real good.
Thank you. Yeah, Randy Emberlin, I think is who he means by Randy E.
Oh, Zach. Zach comes out? Who's Zach?
Zach. He must mean Zach.
That's what I'm thinking.
And the Randy E, I would guess, would be Randy Emberlin.
That's what I'm guessing.
They didn't want me.
Oh, I talked to Randy a couple months ago. So, when you worked on DC, what did you work on?
You know what I worked on, Ron. Why are you asking me that question?
Oh, I don't know, because you make me read these questions, and if I don't read them, I get whipped.
Right, but you should ask. You need to tell me who asked that. Sorry.
GLHG wants to know, when you worked at DC, what did you work on?
Wow, I thought he knew.
I told him JLA, Birds of Prey, Batman with Kelly.
8 years of Batman projects with Kelly and Doug Minch.
A lot of Batman.
That was from like 93 to 2001.
Well, GLHG's getting the whip ready. He just wants to see me flogged.
You know what I think I'm going to do, because this ink does take a little bit of time to dry. I'm not going to try to erase anymore. I'll let them sit overnight. But I will go back to the rock one. Or should I wait till that's really...
Just let them dry and move along.
All right.
Noah says, John, does your son ever look at your comic work and think, that is cool? Because his kids care nothing about what he does.
No, he really doesn't care. He asked me before if I'm famous. And my best answer to him is, because he's asked me, he's like, you mean you're famous, Daddy? And I said, well, when I go into that convention room, yes. As soon as I step out, no. So he kind of has a little comprehension about it, but I think if I was a gamer, a professional gamer, he'd have more.
He'd know all about you.
Yeah, he'd be all over it. If I was a professional gamer with a YouTube channel of multi-million followers, that's where he would be. He would be all over that. Otherwise, right now, it's just big deal.
GLHG says he laughs every time he hears kids saying that they want that as a career.
That they want what?
I don't know. He didn't say. I laugh every time I hear kids saying they want that as a career. Artist, comic book artist,
Gamer.
gamer.
Any,
Maybe gamer. We're talking about games. Okay.
yeah, but any of it's possible.
Yeah, you can be successful.
My friend's son is a professional gamer, and he makes good money beta testing games.
AAA video games as jobs.
Huh?
He said it was in reference to playing video games as a job.
That's what I figured.
But
You know that used to be a joke. Like, when your kid would play it, you could say, you can't make a living doing that. Well, guess what? Now you can.
Well, can you really though? I mean, what's the percentage? What's the job openings they have? What's the likelihood? How many millions of kids are playing video games? And what 1% maybe get employed to do that kind of thing?
Well, that's true. But it's like the NBA, the NFL, it does happen.
But to 99% it doesn't.
Right. But, you never know unless you try, right?
Now he gets testers, but streamers, that still gets him perplexed.
You know what, though? You look at people like Dan TDM and some guy named Flamingo, and then I see these artists like this guy Jazza. I think he's from Australia, and he's got like 4 million subscribers.
Yeah.
4 million plus.
Yeah.
And I look at what he does, and I'm just like, I totally don't get it. Maybe it's, he started when he was younger and developed that audience. But you get a professional stone cold artist on YouTube. Like, I know the Drink and Draw guys is it 8 o'clock yet? They're going to be on at 8 o'clock.
Not telling anybody to leave here.
No, I'm just saying, they probably know. But you would think with that talent, they would have, I think they got 2,500 subscribers. I thought they were going to get that many the first day they announced they were doing it, and they didn't. Still took them a while just to get 2,500 or whatever they're at now. So it was, it's very shocking when you see these people that, 4 million plus, or, Dan TDM, I think, has 15 million followers or subscribers, followers, whatever you want to call them. Both.
Well, here's a little bit of new information.
Okay.
GLHG says they actually have drafts for video game companies where they recruit kids to play professionally for them. They even have world competitions.
Yes, they do. I did know that.
I knew about the competitions, but I did not know about drafts.
Well, they take the best. That's why they have those competitions. To see who,
Well, Tater says there are now some pro gaming leagues with teams getting major sponsors. And a lot of colleges are putting out teams. So there's a legit shot of a good gamer getting a scholarship. Weird times.
Sponsored by Cheetos.
Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Yeah. There you go. That sounds about right. Although, thank God, Jacob does not like soda.
Yet.
He still likes milk the best. Well, he likes sweet tea. Gold Peak sweet tea.
Well, Lloyd wants to know, where was that class when he was in school about video games?
That was the one where the teacher was telling you, you can't make a living playing those games. You better pick a real career.
Oh, Tater says he imagines Claricel has a presence in that market.
Who? Claricel?
Yes. Probably anything related to school, they have a presence.
Yeah.
Rough times as a teen. I think everybody had rough times as a teen.
I think you're right. I wonder though, it's okay to have comic books and stuff like that in school now. When I was in school, no. You got caught with a comic book and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I got a pass because I was an artist, so I use that as my crutch that, I want to be a cartoonist, so therefore I must have. It was a nice little, while I watched my friends get ridiculed by the jocks.
Now, to interrupt.
Yes.
We're at 6. You want to go 7? Not necessarily that they'll get them all tonight, but
well,
you want to go to 7? We got AG. He would like to go with, he wants to make sure it's the clown from Spawn. The Predator. Is that his name? You did his Spawn. He wants this to go along with it. He understands that it's going to be less detailed.
Is that
fat clown, hair off to the side and points?
And he's kind of dressed. Well, I don't have to worry about.
You don't worry about that. Headshot, fat clown, pointy hair off to the sides. A lot of nasty teeth. Violator. Not Predator, Violator. Yeah.
Let me after I'm about to finish this up, so I will take a. Is that what I look up as Violator?
Yeah, Violator. Right, Violator clown or something like that. This way you don't see the monster Violator. I'm still going to write it down just in case. Violator Spawn. So we have a question from Ryan, and even though you've probably addressed it before, how old were you when you first got published?
Well,
12.
No, I think I was 15 or 16. And it was for a local publishing company on computer books. They had an ad in the paper for a cartoonist that my older sister of the kidney lady, as we all know her, 2 years older than me, she actually saw it. I don't know what she was doing reading the paper. And showed it to me. I called, got an appointment. She actually took me to the appointment too. It's nice of her.
Well, little John's got to leave. He says he's out. Have a good evening.
Oh, I know where he's going. He's going to the drink and draw session. All right, little John. Okay.
Rom Space Nuts is here. He's asking about Rom.
I like
Rom Space Nuts. Are you wanting a Rom commission? Is that what this is? You want to get on this $30 list? Till he responds. Lloyd says he bought comics after school. He didn't have to hide it. Everybody knew he liked comics, even the teachers.
Who said that?
Lloyd.
Good for Lloyd.
Dugard. Yeah.
You know, like I said, it was rough times where I went to school. Wasn't much love if you were in high school still reading comic books.
Yep. Well, that looks nice.
Yep. And that's a wrap on that one.
All right, so you've got a Spidey villain. Your choice.
Well, let's see. Sergeant Rock, which I need to go back in with some black pencil. I'm going to do the helmet shadow because I don't want it all black. I want it like, how Kubert would do it. And also I'm going to use the black pencil to scrub in some of his beard, which was, I was kind of holding that so that when I did it, it looked really cool. And this Hulk piece, and because sometimes these brush markers, you pick up some ink. Gonna take a little Purell here and get that off.
Well, GLHG, one of his teachers actually encouraged that he read comics. She didn't care what he read, but they just wanted him to keep reading. So he should have, he thinks, considered Playboy, telling, yeah, Dad, it's for school.
Yep, I agree. I didn't have that, but, I know that comics is a thing now, they're welcome in school.
Rod's here. He says hello.
Hey, Rod. Welcome. Glad you could make it.
So Tater loved it.
Now, I hope everybody, if you read the bottom of YouTube, when you sent me PayPal, make sure you sent me your request and your address. If you haven't, you can email it to me. In fact, I'm going to take this opportunity I should have done this earlier. I don't have I don't have a show director. I got to teach Ron how to do that. So PayPal. And that is my same email address. So if you sent money with a request and you forgot to put your address and your request so I can match them up together later when I'm ready to ship them out, please email it to that address. So Spider-Man villain of my choice, or because I can still think about that. And then what was next that was a definite?
There's Kaz's Screaming Thor, but I thought you might want a little time to process that one.
And
there's also a Ken Carson with a Doc Ock or Vulture.
I almost did a Vulture the other night. Doc Ock is not one. I thought I did a Doc Ock No, that wasn't for Ken. That was for some other guy. Zek penciled it. I inked it. Where was that at? I thought you were there, Ron.
I was. I have no idea.
Was it? You know
That
what? I think it was at Baltimore.
sounds right.
Yeah, I think it was Baltimore. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go back to Spider-Man villains. That's the easiest way to.
And while you do that,
Yes.
formerly Rod Line says he really misses the 80s where he could bike to a 7-Eleven and they would have a ton of new comics on the rack, and all the comics were only around 35 cents.
Yeah, I used to go to, like, every Saturday, there was a bookstore right, like, I don't know which one of these buildings, but it's where I'm at now, downtown. On my way down, I would hit 7-Star Food, because the 7-Eleven I was hitting like during the week.
Mm-hmm.
But Saturday, I would hit this 7-Star Food, see what they had on their racks, come down here to the newsstand. The guy got to know me because I was showing up every Saturday, and he let me take the old books off. He would tell me what color needs to come off. Remember when they used to spray the tops and say if it was orange or a green? He would say anything that has a green spray on it, that gets pulled off the rack to be returned. And so fairly easy, but since I got to undo the 2 bundles of comics he would get, that would also mean I got first pick. So if there was only 1 copy of something and I wanted it, I would just put that in my stash. He didn't give me a discount, but I got first crack at the books. Then I would go over from here to another place close by on Main Street, which was another newsstand, and they had books, magazines, stuff like that, which was cool. Wait a minute, that didn't do what I wanted to. I want Marvel Comics Vulture. I guess I got to hit this one, and they got one. No, there we go. Let me see if there's any. The thing about the Vulture is he's just a bald-headed old guy. You know? What was
that nose, some characteristics, that hair that loops around the side of his head, maybe a little bit of the puffy fur around the neck.
I'll tell you who did the best Vulture I ever saw was David Mazzucchelli. And there's actually just a few weeks ago, up in New York, he did a thing on storytelling it's on YouTube now. And I've got that marked to watch. I don't know about this. What was the other one?
His other option was Doc Ock. Dr. Octopus.
See, I'm not a fan of like all of Spider-Man's villains. Well, he just got that tuft of like white fur around his head. I mean, basically,
Mr. Burns.
You know, he might be, because I could play up the nose, he might be a good character for a profile. If that wouldn't give Ken a heart attack.
Ken knows what Vulture looks like, so I think he's going to be okay with it.
Well, you know, you kind of play up the hook nose, and that could kind of be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Gamer Uncle says Scorpion.
What's that?
Scorpion.
Yeah, that came up again the other night, and he's just like a green mask, and you know, it's really kind of boring.
Well, maybe not to the person that wants it.
Well, I know, but I think a profile of, let's see if I can't make this I was gonna say Doc Ock. This Vulture work real quick. You know, one of my favorite pieces I ever did was that Rhino for you, and it was a profile.
It was. It was a good one. So Rod says, what's incredibly sad is all these comic book characters are bigger than ever, but the companies have yet to find a way to translate to comic sales.
Well, comics used to sell. That's the sad thing. Now they don't. For what reasons can we think of? The movies, the price of the actual comic itself, video games. I think there's something lost. And I don't know. The comics just don't have, and it could just be the time. I just don't know if they could ever get that charm back. See, I need to give him a skinnier neck. He'll be sticking out. Let me just think here for a second, because I want to do something where maybe some of the wing comes up.
Well, Kaz is thinking that maybe he wants to switch his to a Storm.
A screaming storm.
Noah was suggesting a Mohawk Storm.
I did a Mohawk Storm before.
You did.
I did too, because it got damaged.
Mm-hmm. He says yes, Mohawk Storm. Which I did see his Sienkiewicz Storm. It was very nice.
Yeah?
I was envious, of course.
Was it something Sienkiewicz has shown before?
He said he got it, and I hope I'm allowed to talk about this, Kaz, at Italy at a con from last year. I don't know if he bought it online or he was there. Who knows? Anything's possible with Kaz. You just say his name 3 times. Shows up like Candyman or Beetlejuice. And no, it looks real nice.
I'm sure it does.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be proud to know that I didn't even offer to try to buy it from him because I know he wouldn't sell it. He said, yes, screaming Mohawk Storm.
You all right, Ron?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
He's retracting all his messages. No, I was just looking at the storm.
But you've seen the storm. You've seen it.
Not the one of Kaz's.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it funny how he changed his signature? Sienkiewicz.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Like, I have one of his pieces with his older signature on it. I don't think you've seen that.
What?
One of his old original signatures.
Yeah, I've seen them all.
No, but of the piece that I have.
I probably haven't seen that.
Mm-mm.
what I feel is kind of interesting is, this late in your career to like go out and change your signature. Even though I don't think it's drastic, it's just the way he makes the shapes.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's, it'd be like suddenly Mike Zeck coming up with something else.
Yeah. I like his new signature.
I do too. I got to admit, like it.
It's horrible like mine.
Well, he told me at Heroes Con it was his new doctor's signature.
He's on point. So, do you know on YouTube, even though the comments are being maybe retracted by an individual, they're not being deleted out of StreamYard?
Really?
Yeah. Like I can see message retracted by Kaz, but we still have it in our comment box.
Well, that's interesting.
Kaz likes Kev Kavich. Kev Kazich.
I like that thing. Kev Cabbage.
The Art Adams Thor Storm Mohawk one or Storm in Japan Mohawk? ? This is from Rod. I guess questioning the Mohawk version that Kaz likes. Which Mohawk Storm is it going to be?
Heck, I have no idea.
Well, looky there. When you type it in, it does show message retracted in our comments.
In the StreamYard?
Nah, Kaz is messing with us.
Oh, he's just putting message.
He typed it in that time,
right,
and then retracted it, and we still have it. Your history is always on the internet now, Kaz.
All right. I wonder. That ink tends to get a little tacky. But this, on the other hand, I will use the real brush ink for some things, but I think this is gonna win the day.
Well, Ryan is saying that the profile was definitely a good choice for this one.
Yeah, it definitely works for him. There's a few characters, I think, like him that profile is a lot stronger than anything else. I wholeheartedly agree.
Noah thinks that he's a living gargoyle and the profile is perfect.
Well, thank you. Got quiet. Got
It
quiet,
is.
Ron.
So how's your watercolor coming along? Have you worked on it since?
No. Nope. Haven't. Like I said, my Wednesdays I think are really gonna be my day of research, study, and trying to get stuff done because they're kind of broken up so much that I can't get going on anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes sense to use a day like that to, you know, like I was telling you, do some reading. Look at some art courses online that I need to study, do some sketching. But as far as trying to drill down and do some work that I have to concentrate on, it's really a tough day. With Jacob getting out an hour earlier, and Bella usually doesn't work that day, so she's home when I get there. So I kind of feel obligated to hang around, although she understands that I need to get stuff done too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's for the best that I kind of make that day, what would you call? Not a personal day, but a day where I don't try to do any like major work, like try to sit down for 3 hours and work on a painting or a drawing or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's a little bit of trivia. Did you know that technically a gargoyle is only a gargoyle if its mouth is part of the guttering system? Otherwise, it's called a grotesque. And this is from Ryan O'Connor.
No.
That's right. I didn't know that either. Apparently, he did.
Part of a guttering system, huh?
Now, GLHG thinks I fell asleep
Yeah.
during that period of silence. I'm not saying he was wrong.
You're not saying he was wrong?
Let's see. So Rod wants to know, okay, everyone, what is your personal most prized comic book possession? That can be a book, a signed picture, whatever. His is a Walt Simonson quick sketch of a Thor that he sent him. Ryan says his is Carlos Esquerra, a Judge Dredd commission. And GLHG says Captain America Volume 1, number 282. First Jack Monroe as Nomad. That I hope one day John does me the honor of autographing.
He really knows. Okay. Adam, do you want me to answer that on the stream, or do you want me to text you back an answer? Because I've already answered it earlier, probably before you were here.
Now, is this Adam for Red Skull?
Yes.
And is he wanting to know if it's on or no?
No, he just wants to know about the bigger
Okay.
drawing. Because who was it that it was Noah right out of the gate, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of got answered early, and then since nobody took me up on it, it kind of went the way of the pterodactyl.
Oh, Rod wants to know what I don't know, sir. I have so many fantastic art pieces and pages and comics. I don't think in a fire it's all going, or I'm going down with it. I couldn't say, like if your two kids are over a cliff and you can only save one, which one? I know that dilemma now.
Sophie's Choice.
Every piece of art and comics going with me, or I'm going with them.
Because everybody in the room, unless I've done your sketch, but I think most people have heard it that have ordered, except Adam, I don't think did. But I'll just put it out there for everybody, and that will answer the question again. I put a little Easter egg down in the description if you read far enough about if you want a bigger and better, a little more detail in your commission. Ask about on the stream special tonight, only a 9x12, and this will go out of the country. If you're out of the country, you just have to pay the postage. 9x12s are $80. US shipping is $20, so it'd be $100. Shipping to Canada is $25, so it'd be $105. International is $30, so it would be $110. So anybody that's interested in that deal, you can sound off. Ron knows about it. I told him about it earlier, and he can probably handle.
Yes, I can handle.
He can handle your further, or relay it to me.
I got this.
You got it.
I got this.
All right. I thought you did.
Your normal at a convention, they'd catch you and Mike for, is it $350, or are you guys changing that price?
Well, that's me and Mike.
Right, you and Mike.
Yeah, that's going up. That's going to be $400 this year.
$400, and your solo 9x12s are typically
$150.
$150. All right. So that is
Almost the half price.
definite bargain. Yeah.
Yeah, I did it on the 12th.
Yep, I remember. Well, David's back. Genome wants to know that he announced the push for your sub, so hopefully he'll get over the hump tonight and hit that 400, because he just wants to see you give away some more great art.
Hey, that was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I tell you, I really, when it came up to Mike Cross, it was hysterical. Mike is a good guy, and he's been a supporter of mine since like 2010. And I'm trying to remember who was like right under him, because I don't remember the name above.
AG demands a recount.
Well, the number was 15. I recounted twice myself. You can't count mine.
Now, Ryan was saying that was me, and I'm not sure if he was talking about that ding.
No, that was you.
Noah says his goal someday is to get a Beatty 11 by 17. He absolutely loves larger pieces.
Well,
you never know.
that's true. You do never know.
All right, so Ryan said Ryan was number 16.
That's right. That's right. I remember it now because Ryan said, "Oh, I was 16, I think, on Twitter," and I said, "Yep, I noticed that." I swear I need to hire like somebody to come in and wrap packages for me just like for a couple hours once a week. Can't get my wife to do it because she knows how picky I am.
Well, AG missed entering your contest altogether, but that's okay, AG, because very, very soon he is going to hit 400 subscribers. He will be doing another free art piece that will be randomly selected through a randomizing app and given away on one of his future videos. And I think you mentioned doing a Captain America.
Probably that will be next, yeah. What's the subscription look like now? I know we gained one. Or at least I was told we were gaining one.
Mm-hmm. I got you at 395.
Okay, so we gained one.
So you're 5 away from more free art. AG says that vulture is impressive.
Well, thank you. I hope Mr. Carson enjoys it.
I'm sure he will. You got all the important aspects just from the profile. You got the nose.
I got to color in his eyebrow because it's funny. He's got like a dark black eyebrow. Unlike me, I went gray and so did my eyebrows. They didn't even stay a little darker. And now it's time to get out. There's a big brush and get these feathery things flowing. I'm not going to color in that eyebrow yet because that may be a problem. Now on these, to get a little more flow of ink, you kind of bend them in the belly, and that squeezes more ink down into the tip, into the belly of the brush. And then I want to have a few looping up here. I don't know what John English would think of this design, but
It's not symmetrical, so you're pretty on point there. I gotta see where your horizon line is.
And then we will, as one person told me what I was doing at a show, I will color in the eyebrow. Guy could not get out of his head that I wasn't coloring.
You're a color and a tracer.
No, I was a colorist to him, not even an inker.
Not even.
I kept telling him, I don't color. He goes, yeah, you're coloring with black right now. I said, no, I'm inking. He goes, well, you're filling that in. And I said, yeah. He goes, so you're coloring with black. And I just, okay, whatever. It was so funny because his buddy was like, I could tell he was embarrassed, and he was like, okay, let's go. Mr. Beatty's got other people to talk to. All right. Now, if I had a nice little plate, I would put a moon back here.
So AG says, you and Drew were talking about Walden the other day, and I saw the inks that he inks with were cheap watercolor brushes, almost exclusively.
Yeah, the aqua brush. I had one.
The ones you're supposed to fill with water.
Yeah, that's what I started out using for just I would keep one tone of ink wash in it. This brush I'm using right now is basically the same. It's got nylon bristles instead of hair. So it's basically the same, except not, because the other one you're supposed to fill in with water and then kind of use that to, you can squeeze the water, and if you're watercoloring or whatever, you can do that. All right, so Vulture will be done.
Now, I have to take a quick call.
Okay. I'll take a quick yes, Noah. Yes, he does dip them in ink. Yep. He gets a nice line off of them. I personally, I guess that's what he learned with. So, you know, it really boils down to that. Whatever you learn with, you're going to be comfortable using. I learned with a real sable brush hair, so I can adapt, but there's something about nice, real sable hair on a good brush if you can find one these days. See, that's the thing. Synthetic hair is pretty much easier to deal with. So, okay, so hey, thanks, David. I appreciate it. Yeah, I had a good time with this, and I kind of did that circle style design. So I'm quite pleased with it myself. This is the first vulture I believe I've ever done. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to Adam and anybody else, because if you want to upgrade your drawing, I'm not going to be able to do that tonight, but I will put you on my list and we'll do the transaction. I have a spreadsheet that I'm keeping stuff on. So before I start anything at the smaller size, please let me know. Coronavirus, that's right. The bird flu. That's what I had to deal with back in 2007 when I went to the Philippines. They actually, when I got off the plane in Japan, they had this mat that you would walk across, and almost everybody was wearing masks. But this mat kind of had a suction to it, and it was supposed to clean your shoes. And they had one in the Philippines airport also. Me, I was just a stupid American, and here I am. I think they called that the N1H1. Was that the N1H1 virus? AKA bird flu? All right, I am going to let me check real quick. Dr. Kaz wants the upgrade. Okay, Dr. Kaz. I know you PayPal'd me the 30. 70. No, wait, you know what? You've already paid for shipping, so I can put that in with your other pieces. So knock the 20, 80. Wait a minute. What am I saying? You've paid me 30, 50. 50 will upgrade you. And when you text me, write me, or whatever, can you put an upgrade on that? Because I will not get to that tonight. Those are going to be more work, more detail. And you can get more than one. So this is a special for tonight. So if you want to add to that, if you got another character in mind, let me know. Okay, I'm gonna check who else because I lost track and I lost my wingman here. Dr. Kaz is doing the upgrade. Thank you, Dr. Kaz, by the way. Much appreciated. I sent Adam a message. Did not hear back from him. Let's see, David. It's spinning around. Let's see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why was Ron telling me the vulture? The vulture is yours, right, David? Not Ken's. Trying to figure this out. Adam. Okay, Red Skull. Okay, Adam will stick with the regular size. Okay, that's good. Good to know. So that's a Red Skull. Tater was the Kirby Hulk. That's done. David, you are the Spider-Man. It was not Ken. Sorry this is taking a while, but I'm kind of lost without the I'm looking through here. Let's see. Noah, you have not sent PayPal yet, correct? I am seeing 4 PayPals, and I've got 3 done, but one was Dr. Kaz's. So Noah, you have not paid for the.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
This mic is going to be the death of me. For like 2 minutes, I've been trying to get back on with you. Listen, that vulture's Ken. Ken wanted the Doc Ock or vulture. David is just a mighty villain.
Ken hasn't paid.
Oh, okay. Well, he
David has.
All right. Ken might pay.
David? Oh, okay. Dr. Kaz upgraded, so I let him know that would be not done tonight. He took the upgrade option.
The 9x12 Mohawk Storm.
Yep.
Got it. So Noah was done. Tater was done. So you're going with that vulture's going to David.
Okay. Well,
David says he thinks that was Ken's piece. He saw the comments looking for Doc Ock or vulture.
Yeah, but I didn't get a payment, so.
Yep, David paid you. You could always do another vulture later. Do you like this vulture, David? There's a nice view of it.
I mean, I don't know why Ken ghosted. unless he had to run away somewhere. David, if you want, I don't know. Like I said, when you were gone, I was trying to figure things out, and
I know I was trying to get back on the microphone. Once
Noah still needs to pay. That's what I see. That was confusing me too, because I thought he paid right away, but no.
So David, did you like the vulture, or do you want to go? Kaz says dibs.
That's because
AG's working on the signing into PayPal.
do what now?
AG, he is working on getting into PayPal right now.
Okay.
So he had the Violator, the Spawn clown. David says he does love the vulture.
Okay.
So I will mark it down as his, and he paid. So
yeah, Ken can come to me later, but
yep,
you
that's
know,
how it is.
I know Ken personally, but it's like
Mhm.
I'm not going to go into someone's room and tell them, yeah, I want this, and then not pay. So, and it may have just been a cross message. I don't know. Like I said, he could have got pulled away, but
He'll come back.
yeah, if not, then okay. So the only other one then,
We have Adam has a red skull.
Adam has a red skull, and
AG has the Violator with Spawn.
right, which I may not get to tonight because it's 8:45, but
Yeah.
AG knows I will get it out to him. Hopefully he knows that.
So you're looking at one more to do then?
Yeah. A red skull, my man. Always a favorite. It's always interesting. I still reference Red Skull because everybody draws him a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Some people give him a lot more teeth than others. Some people give him an ear. Some people don't give him an ear. It's very, I don't know if he's kind of one of those characters that was established, but I guess you can still have your own. I was going to say you could have your own way with him.
Have your way with the Red Skull.
Have your way.
Your show's on R rating?
Yeah, say, or R rating. Let's see.
John, what is a pirate's favorite letter?
What is a pirate's favorite letter? R.
You would think so, but it's the C.
Oh, good one.
One of the nurses told it to me today.
But did you get the R too?
Well, the nurse next to me answered with R. So, yeah. I was just there. I was just present, looking, listening.
But R would be a correct answer too. But
yeah, but that's where they're drawing you in. You're thinking it's R, but it's like they're tricking you. You would think so, but it's the C.
And you know what? If if you get the C, they could say, you would think so, but it's R. You know, you could reverse it, right?
I guess.
You could.
AG says, that's fine, John. No problem. I'm trying to remember my password. I'm not home with my little book of info.
No problem. I used to have a little book of info, but it got changed too many times. Sometimes places make you change your password.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just go to one of my handy dandy trusty passwords. And then those sites get really smart and they're like, oh, you've already used that one. You can't. I'm like, oh, no. Because, you know, I'd have about 5 passwords.
Yeah.
That way, if I ever get locked out, you know, sometimes they'd give you 5 times. Sometimes it's 3 now. But regardless, it, you know, it's one of those things that suddenly you're trying to log in and it's like, it's time to change your password. And I'm right. What happened? You know, I actually did get a, what was it for? Oh, and it actually, you know, this could have been a good stunt on their end. Pandora just emailed me literally out of the blue last week or something. Said, hey, somebody just tried to change, or somebody logged into your account from France or something. It said, you know, we advise that you immediately log in and change your password. So I did that, but while I did it, I hadn't been in Pandora in a while. So I listened for a while, and that's what I was thinking the other day was the music service I've been using, while it's nice, I don't think I need it right now. And I was thinking, man, Pandora is like $4.99 a month, affordable music, I think. And I also like when I'm not like locked into a platform like the Apple Music and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So Pandora is like that, you know. You can get the app, you can play it on Android, you can play it on PC, you can play it on Mac, whatever. And I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking for $4.99 a month. But then again, Ron, it's kind of like what we were talking about, like the online art classes and stuff that you can subscribe to by the month.
Yeah.
If you don't use it, suddenly you're like, I've been paying this for like 6 months and I've used it twice.
Yep. Well, GLHG, he says he loves this, but he's got to go. He's heading home. So he says goodbye to us and everyone.
GLHG, thanks for dropping in. I know I believe he has long days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gets 25 hours. I don't.
Okay. Wait a minute. That was Noah again? Noah's spending his art budget on me this and there's AG coming in. Okay.
Oh, so Noah got you?
Yeah, and so we're all taken care of.
Cool.
So, point being, I was thinking about something the other day and I forgot it, and then it was the for some reason, I think when I killed that subscription to the music thing today, I remembered. I'm like, that's what I was thinking would be if I was going to spend money on music to listen to, that I could listen to. The thing I like about Pandora is it will know you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of gets to know you're listening, and it does play your favorite tunes. You do kind of build your own radio station, I guess is what I'm saying. Do you ever do any of the Pandora, Ron?
I've not. I've only used Amazon Music.
But don't they charge more than $5 a month?
Probably. I think it's 10. But I mean, I can listen to pretty much anything, full albums. Which Pandora, can you do that? Listen to every artist, full albums, whatever.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I know you can't listen to the Beatles. Because Apple has that catalog.
Apple. What'd they do it? Buy it from Michael?
Probably.
Because didn't he have all the rights to their songs?
Yep. Bought them right out from Paul McCartney because Paul McCartney didn't bid enough money on his own music.
I bet you. Oh, never mind. That was going to be totally insensitive. I was going to say, bet you Michael Jackson's regretting that right about now. But out of his list of regrets, that's probably the least of them. Damn, Propofol. All right, Noah, what did you miss? You did not miss anything but a lot of fantastic art.
You just got to open a new tab in your browser, Noah.
He might be on his phone.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Unless he, the only way YouTube will continue is if you subscribe to their premium. Then you can, it'll minimize and you can still listen to what's going on.
Yes, those shysters got us.
I'll tell you, YouTube is a, some people make a nice living off of YouTube, and just imagine what Google YouTube is raking in from it. This Red Skull's a little too smiley. Let me get rid of that. Don't want no stinking smiling Red Skull.
Yeah, it won't work on his phone. They want him to pay for it.
Yep.
His computer died. Yes, sir. We know how that is.
Computer died and he's buying a piece of art from me. Well,
that and his comic money. I did like seeing Red Skull in Endgame.
yeah.
And I think by now we don't have to worry about spoilers, right?
I would hope not.
When you lose a subscriber in the morning, we'll know why.
I just blame Jared for everything. That's what Noah told me to do.
It was because of Jared.
I think it was Noah that always told me just blame Jared. Of course, he may have bolted. He may be out by now. I don't know
He's
if
tied up in that video game.
Jared was.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how's he got time to sit around doing a video game and I don't?
These are the important questions of life you need to be asking yourself.
Me or him? Or both of us?
Both.
Yeah, I guess. You never know. Maybe it was family chill night.
Kaz is here. He says John has JDS.
JDS. I'm trying to figure that out. I think he's got me stumped.
Just draw syndrome? I don't know.
That's a good guess, actually. That works.
Jared derangement syndrome.
Okay, that works too.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go with either one.
There he goes, retracting his messages. Little does he know, evidence lies in StreamYard. Noah says the Jared derangement syndrome is real. The only cure is to order a book page sketch for $22 shipped.
Jared has his affiliates coming
Dropping
coming
infomercial plugs.
coming into the stream to drop plugs for him.
Noah, you'll make them proud.
I enjoyed that myself.
Oh, I got some wrestling I'm going to tomorrow.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I can't
Check
believe
that
we got. Let's see. We got 14 people here. 20 likes.
Does it
Man.
count if Kaz is on 17 other computers though?
Sure.
He's got one in every room opened up.
And I'm still looking for some subscribers here. 394 is what I'm showing, but
Uh-oh, you lost one. See?
well, you know, I will
Told you,
check.
spoiler alerts. We got to give spoiler alerts before we talk about Endgame. People are still sensitive.
Let's just check the real app here. 395. I think just because my screen it didn't refresh.
Slow.
All right. So, time for some Red Skull. Well, I hope everybody has had fun tonight. That's the main thing. I have. I wish I was still faster. I see some people do these smaller head sketches in 10 minutes.
And when he
15.
says some people, he means Drew Moss.
No, not Drew. Like,
I know.
Drew does big ones.
You're right. He'd do those in 3 minutes. Guy is a beast. Noah said he had a blast.
Well, thank you, Noah. He is still here. That's right. He's got a shill for Jared.
Yeah, he came back.
He
He fought with his phone a little bit, got back on.
Oh, I thought he had to
Plug
go.
Jared.
I thought he had didn't Noah say he had to leave?
Maybe he came back.
Jared said, "You can't leave yet. You got to
Get
drop
back on that stream."
You got to plug my new channel, Yard Sale Artists, on YouTube a few more times." And
What
I
was
would
that-
like
What was that channel, John?
Jared has his new channel, the Yard Sale Artists, on YouTube. And
I heard about that rumor. I think we were in there yesterday.
yeah, I think y'all should look him up. If you haven't subscribed, hook him up on your YouTube subscriptions. Give the man some support. I know I try. He's a good guy. Doesn't always listen to me. Do you like the way I dropped that in there? He doesn't always listen to me.
No, I'm sorry. I was playing with you.
When I try to give him good advice, he thinks I'm picking at him, but I'm not. Just trying to help, but
He's got a big heart.
Yes, I do.
Says, he had to dip out to make payment, but he came right back. Stop doubting him, he says.
Doubting who?
Noah.
Noah? I don't doubt Noah. I thought oh, it was GLHG that had to dip out. That's right. I confused them because I know Noah is using one of his kids' account, and for some reason, whenever I see GLHG, I think he's using his own account. That's what my problem there is. You feel me on that, Ron?
I am feeling you.
So you think it's your mic that's giving you problems?
It was just for when I mute.
You know, you kind of got effeminate there. You went
frustration. When I mute it for too long of a period, I don't know if it shuts down or.
Now you're talking about your period. Go ahead.
Listen, my dough ain't cheap, okay? And I got these cotton sticks with little tabs. I don't know what to do with them. Great for nosebleeds.
And nose hairs, right?
Nosebleeds.
Where are they at?
Nosebleeds and the nares and up the nose.
What are they, like Q-tips?
Nasal tampons, sir.
Whoa.
Noah says the stream's going off the rails. More lines
It
as
is.
soon as possible.
It's late. Well, it's late for us.
Oh, yes. We're all up at 4 a.m, checking our email and
Counting.
regretting life decisions.
I'm just let's see. It's 9:09 p.m. That's it.
That's it, despite it feeling like midnight.
You know why I'm thinking that is because tomorrow night, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, good luck,
I
sir.
think I know. I think I'm a guest on the Comic Core. Which does not start till 10. I'm going to be like Saturday morning. I'm going to
Calling
be
an Uber home. Right.
Saturday morning. I'm going to be like, I can't move.
You remember a few of those Friday streams being up till midnight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah. It's not my time of night anymore.
Well, AG asked, "Is this the last one you're doing for tonight?" And
yes, it is.
I took the liberty to answer that one.
Ron said it's the last one I'm doing. Yeah, because Dr. Kaz upgraded, and I don't want to just rush yours out to get it done. And I had when Ron left me here all alone by myself, I got scared because I didn't know they were talking about Ken. I was trying to find Ken's name. I couldn't find payment or anything from Ken. Just ghosted. Now, if Ken watches the replay and he's watching that Vulture and he's like, wow, that's great. Can't wait to get it. I'll just have to do another one.
AG could hear the fear in your voice.
Which fear?
While I was gone with my notepad.
Yeah, because I had no idea what was going on. I was totally lost because I wasn't really keeping track.
Well, hey, Daryl Zenny says his Silver Surfer arrived in the mail last night, and it looks even better in person. Thanks for streaming it.
Thank you.
What I'm telling everyone. These lines, these inks, the feathering, everything is completely different in person. Much better.
I'm surprised it took that long. I just got it last night. Man, I sent that like what was the date on that, Daryl? I'm glad you got it, but you should have had it that was too long. That was too long to I'm trying to remember when I sent those. I know it was early. This Monday was a holiday, but I sent them like Wednesday or Thursday of last week. Daryl, are you out in California by any chance? That's the only thing I could think of is maybe it was a California distance, but still priority 2 to 3 days, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe it was there and he was away for a couple days.
Well, that's why I'm wondering, you know. Because I haven't heard from Shannon, who's in Louisiana too, that he got his Mr. Freeze, which now that makes me wonder. Now, usually I don't hear from Shannon. He's usually pretty quiet.
Well, Noah says he wish he had known the legend when he was going to have a sale on 9x12s. He backed Ron Randall's Kickstarter earlier today and spent his allowance.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not a bad thing. I didn't know I was going to have it either until I was typing this, and I figured, let me put this way down on the bottom just to see if anyone really reads it. And believe it or not, Noah was the one that brought it to the attention. Right, Ron?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Right, because I wasn't reading that.
No. I got that little trick from somebody who they're a YouTuber, and they were having they were giving away stuff, and they have this really long description thing. And if people like actually were reading it and paying attention to it, they got like a really nice free gift of like some YouTube tools and other stuff that, you know,
Yeah.
that was around a couple $100 worth of stuff. And they had like a limited amount they were giving out. So you know.
That's a great way to do it. Sneak it in there so you actually reads and pay attention.
Yeah. No,
I
I
had that project in school. It was, grade school. And the teacher hands you the paper 1 through 30 these steps. And she always says, all right, make sure you read it first. And she hands it to me. And everybody's starting to write and fill in things.
Yep.
But when you got to the end of it, it was, if you read anything, then don't do anything. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that assignment because I always started without reading.
I catch Jacob doing that sometimes, and I'm like, wait. Did you read the story? He goes, well, I'm reading it and answering it. And I said, yeah, but. You need to read it first.
Well, Nerdy Speech just came in. He says, are you doing multiple or just one? And if there are multiple, is there a queue? And there is a queue. Are you trying to get added onto a list?
You handled that well, Ron.
That is what Noah said. Noah said, Ron, you're doing a great job as narrator, leader, chat reader. Sounds like he's trying to rap.
He's doing YouTube rap.
YouTube rap. Well, thanks, Noah.
You need to lay those tracks down.
We'll get Jared to drop a beat.
Well, he is the human beatbox, right?
He does proclaim himself to be the one human beatbox.
The real human beatbox, he passed away. From the Fat Boys.
See, Rod liked it. He said it's a good rap, but it's not no dad rap. Jared's rap went on for like 17 minutes.
Well, that was the extended play, wasn't it?
I don't know. It was longer than Lord of the Rings. That's all I remember. I had to have like 4 bathroom breaks. And it's not because I have prostate problems. It was a long rap.
Well, but did the question get answered?
Well, we were waiting for Nerdy Speech.
Oh. Gotcha.
We are doing multiple. John has a little bit of a list. I'm not sure if he has taken more on that list. Tonight he's not.
No.
But he has a few to finish.
And I got some ahead. And some ahead. So be a little patient.
Mm-hmm.
But I am streaming most of what I do now, so if that helps.
People do like seeing their pieces getting worked on.
Yep.
Let's see, Daryl had his mail held a while. He was away for work, so it probably got there sooner.
Whew. Thank you, Daryl. That took a while to reply, but thank you for the answer, because I was
on pins and needles, sir.
I was. I'm like, man. Well, because then I got to start thinking about Shannon's. Like, did the carton at my local post office get, kicked aside somewhere? And do I need to go down there, or do I need to email Shannon and say, hey, I mean, I still have the receipt out in my car. I just couldn't remember when I mailed it, but I knew it was, he shouldn't have just got it last night.
No, he only picked it up yesterday. It was there a bit. He's in New Jersey.
Okay. That's right. I remember one going to Joyzy. Hey, Daryl, are you going to be at that little convention, that one-day show that I'm going to be at? Was it you that said you'll see me there? I know somebody from, I think, the stream, Twitter or something. Besides Sean, I think Sean's coming out. It's an easy trip for him. We'll probably grab some dinner. right.
So have you ever been to Jersey, John?
It's a long time ago. Well, I take that back. It hasn't been that long. East Coast Comic Con is in Jersey. I always forget that because I just never know where I'm at. You know.
Well, Noah, he thinks he needs to warn Sean that you will ditch him at dinner.
Only
Hey,
if
Noah took all day to get there. Noah, we were hungry, sir. And
and
those
he
wings.
He knew. Hey, he was still driving. He said something about driving with his wife.
He was like, I got better things to do to eat. Big, fat, delicious chicken wings.
I was out of my chair and headed to the door when he came in. I barely got to say hello to him. And then on top of it, I never saw him the rest of the weekend. At least I don't think I did. I don't know if he came to the show. I think if he did, he was over at Jerry's table all day. No, we sometimes refer to him as Jerry, like, you know, in Seinfeld. Would that make me George?
You got the height like Kramer.
Yeah, I was thinking more like Kramer. Maybe that would make me Kramer. I think Gerald. I think now I called him Gerald. I can't get the guy's name right. After I called him Gerald that one time,
Gerald once, and it was done. His name was
it's
lost.
stuck. It really is. I have to really be conscious to call him Jared. One day we're going to go for that 24-hour stream. Oh.
When we're taking shifts.
You know, this does cut off at 4 hours. And I see I'm at like approaching 320. I just remembered that I could start again.
I know I've been watching that timer going, please, come on, 4 hours, get here. This old man needs to sleep. Noah says, what?
You sound like Zablo now.
I don't know. I must feel like Zablo now. Hey, you wait till the yawns start coming, okay?
Well, I am drinking a caffeinated beverage.
Yeah, I thought about it around 3 o'clock. I was too busy to stop. Hey, Noah said he waved at you, but they were like passing ships in the night. He was drooling over Garcia Lopez's table most of the show.
Oh, see, now the truth really comes out. Mr. Atari Force, I don't blame you. I dug that stuff too. That was one book that, and I misspoke when I said I thought Eduardo Barreto inked it. It was Ricardo Villagran, which, believe it or not, I would have never teamed those two up, but he did a wonderful job inking Garcia Lopez. Well, that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it.
You're sticking with it.
I am sticking with it.
Rod says if you do a 24-hour stream, you have to learn how to do call-ins like radio. That would make it go by faster.
Oh, I could do that. I could just have people call my phone.
Yeah, I'll put you on speaker.
Yeah. I did that. We did that with Mike Cross. back in the day of Ustream. That was the
Call-ins,
big.
or he called you?
No, he called me from. That was the classic story that Zablo was telling about the hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that one?
I do.
He was at his daughter's skating recital, or maybe they were just at a skating competition that she wasn't in, but they, family went because she wanted to watch it or something. And he went to get hot chocolate, and I gave him my phone number to call in. And he was gone for about 45 minutes because that line was extremely long for that hot chocolate. And I believe that if Ustream still has a... no, you know what? I remember... Here's a weird thing. They did do a thing where they contacted everyone if you still had the same email, which I did. And they said, hey, if you want your recordings, we're not going to host them anymore, but you can come download them. And I did download some of mine, and I know I got that one with that call on it. And I got the one where Zablo sung Electrifying, which was very hilarious. Just because he really hit the high pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a few more, but they don't play anymore. They don't play.
Well, to what we were speaking of earlier, Noah said that Villagran was a terrific inker. And Rod says one of the stream programs has a call-in feature. That way you don't have to give out your phone number.
Do what now?
Rod was saying that one of these stream programs has a feature that you can have people call in, so you're not giving out your personal number.
Oh, well, it's on my business card. I got one number. Anybody can call me.
It's on his Wikipedia page. It's not that hard to get, guys. Everybody's gonna go look. It's posted on his YouTube page. Why don't you subscribe?
It's a perk.
It's a perk. Forget the free giveaways.
Well, it's like when you become friends with someone on Facebook, they can do a Facebook call. And I don't think it needs your phone. It somehow doesn't. I don't think you know, right, Ron?
Do not know. I do not Facebook.
Yeah, that's the one platform that... See, I didn't even put this on Facebook. I totally forget about Facebook because it never really did anything for me other than bring me some anguish.
Well, Noah's dipping out to check your wiki page.
Hey, just
Edit it in there. You can do that.
editing a wiki page is hard.
Oh, I used to do it all the time for fun.
Well, you know what? I tried to put that photo you took of me up so they'd have a new photo, and I couldn't get it to work.
Oh,
So
all right.
if you can do that, please do.
So Noah says Facebook is for grandmas and serial killers.
And for ripping families and friends apart.
Right. Daryl says, yeah, I'm going to that Josie show. Looks fun. I'll definitely stop and say hi.
All right.
Josie.
Joyzy.
Joyzy. Yeah.
I like the look of the venue they're having it at, the Bells, whatever. It looks like a phenomenal place, but it's only a 1-day show, so Ron, you're almost free.
Almost sleep time.
You want me to wake you up in the morning?
On my own, even if I try to sleep in, I'll be lucky if I hit 6.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'll still get up at 5. Well, that is one sweet red skull, Rod.
Thank you, thank you.
Rod wants to know how I know you. I don't know him in like a biblical sense, if that's what you mean.
I don't think that's what he means.
Yeah, I don't know. How did I meet John, or how do I know him on a day-to-day basis?
He commissioned me.
I commissioned you.
And then even when you commissioned me, the whole locality thing did not click with me right away. And then you asked me to put in Red Goblin.
Man. And then boom, your IG blew up.
It did.
Yes, I know him more than an internet friend. That is correct.
Yes. Okay. Now, whoops. Now. Come on. Gotta have some around here somewhere. I don't. I was just gonna go kill this last big stuff with a bigger brush that's a lot wetter. I don't have any ink poured out. What can I do? I can get some real quick. Did you hear that when my brush hit the microphone?
Oh, I thought that was a joint or something.
Well, it was this, so
Yeah.
it probably had about the same. Probably had about the same impact as what one of your blunts would have. And I don't mean yours.
I was like, my blunts.
Yeah, well, anybody's in general. One of Ron's special blunts. He's my dealer. That's how I start.
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, whoops, sorry. I swear. I was supposed to send in a prescription and I forgot. And you just reminded me when you said dealer. Oopsie. It's for my cousin anyway, so I think whatever. AG's in, he says, nice skull.
Thank you. And there it is. Kind of a Seinfeld voice, right? And there we go.
For Elaine.
I know. But I attempted it. Let me just get some of this ink here. All right.
Well, Noah says these are some of the best pieces he's seen on your stream.
Oh, man. And these are my rush ones. Come on, Noah. That dart I did for you was sweet, right? If I would have known I was going to color it, I would have left her eye thing open for color, but I wasn't sure at the time. I just thought I'd throw that in to surprise you. Okay. So Dr. Kaz upgraded to a Screaming Storm, Mohawk Storm Screaming Side View. So we can get that Mohawk in there. And I still need to take, you know what? I still need to get AG's Violator. AG, if you want, I'm pretty sure you got my email. Send me a little reference, just so I'm sure. I think this will look better if I close that off. It was beginning to annoy me too much. Okay. One more. Ron's going, that's enough. That's enough.
Nah, that's all right. I was just looking at the different Violator pictures, thinking which one did I want to shoot you?
I'm not going to do it now, so.
No, of course not.
Ron's like, you're not?
You can do what you want to do. Hey, Noah says the dart is getting custom framed.
All right. Okay, so I believe that will about do it. I hope everybody had a good time. I know I did.
It was a blast. You have a great bunch of audience fans.
I do. I'm very blessed. Very blessed by the group. And I'm seeing in the back of StreamYard 13 people watching, which, okay, now I'm going to check 12 on YouTube. So I'm going to refresh this YouTube and see if my subscriber count changes. Yes, it went to 395 now. 12 watching. Hey, if any of you 12 are not subscribers, why not? It's free, and you might win something. 5 away from 400. I believe Lloyd has been gone for a while. Noah, the 9x12s are going to be a lot nicer. I'm not trying to sell you, but they are. I can't do them at that price. Forever. I have 150 on them normally. I think
reference.
That must be my reference. I know the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's funny. Oh boy. kind of like Jabba the Hutt in clown makeup with bozo hair, right? Kind of. That is really funny. That's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
Noah wants to know, is there any chance that he could pick up a 9x12 at Heroes? Or have Gerald pick it up if you see him first?
I probably could, yeah. I'm gonna be there. I mean, God willing, I'm gonna be there. You know what I mean?
Superpower Review says, hey, John.
Hey, Kevin.
Rod says, John, that reference art site you talked about before, it's great. Thanks for sharing the info.
Yeah, that's the Bradley thing, Ron, that I sent over to you too. I shared that today when it came in. It had just came in kind of before I started streaming, and I was like talking to everyone about, did they want us to do more art book stuff, you know, because people tended to enjoy that. And I told them about, I had some other sets from this same husband and wife team. They're very high res, very well photographed, and that this dynamic lighting one came in today, and gonna have to pick it up. And so I dropped the link so that people could see that, plus the other ones that they had been doing. And I don't know if you've had a chance to look, but the one where the guy's in the cloak is also kind of cool, because, you know, there's some interesting like shots where the cloak's blowing, which could be Batman, you know. You could like easily make that cape into Batman. Then there's a couple more with the girls and fantasy type thing. I'm neither here nor there on those. No pressure. No, it says. Okay, well, I am gonna have to say goodnight and thank you all. I know my wingman Ron is getting tired. I'm getting a bit tired. I think
I'm all right. 4 more hours.
Hey, I still have to pack up. You know, I'm wondering, do I pack up or just leave my stuff here? Because I'm coming back tomorrow. Or am I? Yes, I am. And then I got to come back tomorrow at 10. Tomorrow morning. What? It's something about tomorrow morning. Oh, I know. Bella's working a double shift. So she'll go in at like 8:30 and won't get off until like 9 or not, or unless they cut her a little earlier. And I told her, you know, I said, well, if they cut you earlier, I can come get you. But if it's after 9, that'll be cutting it tight, because I'm going to have to get together with these guys on the Comic Core, I think it is, and kind of go over, you know, setup and stuff, make sure my equipment's communicating with theirs and stuff.
Yeah.
So she would need to Uber.
Well, you do have a bunch of good nights.
Hey, good night, Dr. Kaz. And thank you very much. I have a lot of art for you, and I'll be sending you a Storm along with it as soon as she gets finished up. I have 2 9x12s for Dr. Kaz that he bought earlier. I have the 2 6x8s. Got a new Storm piece, and I think I owe him a couple more little pieces. Just because. So, all right. Later, Lloyd. Good night. Noah, I don't know Brian Shearer personally, but yes, I do know who he is. Hey, good night, David. Thank you. Yeah, they've been trying to get me on for a couple of weeks, and I can't remember what was going on one Friday that I couldn't do it. I think it was when they said 10 o'clock. Anyway, anyhow, I guess we need to get out of here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, everybody. AG, I will get your clown done. These will get, when they're good and dry, tomorrow I will erase them. I will probably try to package them up and get them out Monday. So until next time, which could be tomorrow, maybe I'll just stream, maybe I'll get AG's clown going in the morning. Get that knocked out. Get that knocked out and out of the way. And then get back to my to-do list, which I'm chipping away at. And then get my son, get a nap, come back here and do a, I don't know, I guess a YouTube thing at 10. More on that when I know. More streams with more lines. All right, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Take care. See you all next time.